What's up? What's up? Sitting here pondering this and pondering that. So, um, I guess today's discussion is going to be always similar because I ponder this and I ponder that. So, I was thinking about I was thinking about what we would say. What's up, everybody? I'm just gonna start talking so it's not like crazy. But so I was sitting and thinking about the future or the nows, the futures or the nows, I would say. So, like, I guess we're like when you look at this life that we living in, and like, if you ever wonder like what would be either next or what's after death, you can kind of like look at what's going on within this earth. So, science tells us. And I mean, just looking out into the sky, you can actually see like there's a planet, and um, you got the moon and the stars, I guess, and the sun. These are bodies of of things that are out there, right? So, and then I think about like for the Saturn that they say there is and Jupiter and stuff, you could imagine what the sky would look like, right? If um if we were living on one of those planets that were there, and then you look out the sky and you see like Saturn and all of that. I'm just trying to show you that with everything that we have here, okay? With everything that you have here, you ever wondered or ever thought about like how much better things could be if we just popped up in this life, right? So you popped up as you, I popped up as me, and then I'm um not forced, but I have to live the life that I'm living. So if I'm living the life that I'm living and I'm gaining knowledge as I'm living this life, but within it I'm getting older and older too. So this is gonna have like so many different ideas that spawn off of it, but I'm just gonna continue on this little road of it. So you're thinking about life, right? Does it bother anybody that the actual information that you need to know to live like a better life, you get at towards like going to the end of your life, like getting older and older and older, and then you die? And then you think like, dang, all of this information, because you try to tell some people, you know what I'm saying? You could try to tell your kids, you can try to tell other people, but it seems like they're gonna want to do it their way no matter what they do, right? Because I remember saying myself, I remember saying that I wanted to make my own mistakes and my own um, decisions, right? And didn't want to listen to good advice, not because I felt a certain way, but just because I just wanted to do it myself. So, wouldn't that tell you like that there's something else going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, maybe, just maybe, this, I think I said it in the last video, but could be a learning facility. And then I thought about, you know what? Let's think further into this. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're thinking about it on a religional standpoint, then you can might ponder off or venture off to that idea. And then I thought about what if what if we all chose this? What if you see what if this life was like an actual game? just an idea. These are ideas. This is not, this is just pondering. We're pondering, right? Okay, so like, what if we asked, like, okay, say you had like 5 lives that were up on the board. Shoot, it could be hundreds of lives up on the board, like a video game, right? And then you watch somebody' life. Now, I'm talking about like if we as people were, um, I'll say we'll say if we were souls, and that in eternity, say we were in eternity before, okay, and in eternity you get bored. So what would be the best game to actually play? Wouldn't it be like a living game? Because I was just thinking like, do you really think, I mean, and I think I said it in the other video, but I don't know, so I'm gonna say it again. That everything that you do in this life, when you think about everything that you do in this life, should your heaven or hell be based off of the life that you're in right now? I don't think that that makes real sense. Like, does it really make sense for the people in slavery days to go to heaven or hell off of their life as a slave and the things that they went through as a slave? Like, or maybe a slave master going through his life and him being able to get heaven or hell off of the predicament he was put in as a child growing up, having to see that and then making its way. You know what I'm saying? You have to actually live. So I was thinking like maybe we look at different lives, and when you live in eternity forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, this might actually be something that you do when you're bored. Like just thinking out loud, thinking outside of the box, and just pondering and having fun with the idea um, of something else. You know what I'm saying? Because when I think about something else, when I think about life itself, I think about like if I were a god. If I was a god and I wanted to be praised, right? So I created the heavens and the earth and I want to be praised, right? Like, I want to be praised. And I want to make sure that everyone praises me and not any other false gods. Would I put it in a book? Hmm. I wouldn't put it in a book because somebody could rewrite it, write what they want to write. Okay. I wouldn't tell one individual and hope that that individual can get through to thousands and thousands of people. Show only a few miracles. Okay, yeah, I'll show 100,000 people miracles, but on the whole other side of the earth, they have to hear about the miracles. Hmm, no. Um, and then I thought about if I were a god, I would put something, a dagger, into the ground that says, I am the Lord thy God. Serve me only, and put my picture up there. Or a drawing of me. Uh, I mean, that's a way of being. That was one of my better thoughts and ideas. But then I was thinking, like, it just don't make sense. Like, it don't make the true natural sense that it needs to make. It doesn't. So, I ponder. I'm like, okay, well, what would I do as a god? Like, okay, I'm God. I would make the heavens and the earth. Wait a minute, let's even go back further than that. Let's go back to in heaven. I am the Lord thy God. And in heaven, one of my angels tried to take over. So when my angel tried to take over, I was so mad at him that I'm going to banish you out of heaven. You've disrupted heaven. You done took a third of the angels down with you. So I'm going to go put you on earth with people that never seen anything like angels, never seen anything about sin and all of this stuff. I'm gonna put you down there, and you behave while you down there, devil. Okay, so we have Adam, so called, and Adam is inside of the Garden of Eden, and Adam and God used to talk, and then he felt like Adam should not be alone, right? If I'm remembering. So he, well, we won't even talk about all of the other things because they said it's Seth and she didn't want him, and so he made somebody. But we're gonna skip that. We're gonna just go with Eve. So Eve comes. He lays Adam down, takes a rib out of Adam, and puts it out of the ground and makes a Eve, and then Eve is living there with them, and they love each other, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden Eve is tempted by the serpent. Now, this is how I feel about that situation. When you tell a child that has never seen fire to stay away from the fire, that you might get burnt, don't put your hand up there because, I mean, they can feel the heat, but they're going to have, because curiosity is going to get them because they've never experienced anything like this. You know what I'm saying? So it would make me think that if if there was a higher being that made the heavens and made the earth, the heavens and the earths with an S, or the earth, the sun, the moon, the stars in the sky, he said with his mouth, "Let there be light," and then there was light. And you mean to tell me that he would put a devil down here and allow him to attempt, and then once she was tempted, kicked out, like, you got to get out now. Like, okay, so you kick the devil out of heaven, and then after you kick the devil out of heaven, then you kick Adam and Eve out the garden over this one devil, but he's allowed to just stay here, right? Oh, oh dear. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm gonna roll with this. I'm gonna roll with this. Okay. So now we have, I guess Adam and Eve had incest, or I don't know where the other people came from and how it got so massive of people. So I'm just jumping fast forward a little bit to the flood. The world got so wicked, so wicked. Men sleeping with men and women sleeping with women and bestiality. Hmm. All of that going on. And he said, "You know what? I'm the Lord thy God, and I am going to flood. And I'm just going to drown." Now, wait a minute. I mean, I have all of these things that I can do. I mean, I could just take the air from every spot except a small spot. Like, I'm gonna have a small group of people go into a cave, and I'm gonna infuse oxygen inside the cave. And when I fuse the oxygen inside the cave, I'm gonna seal it with a special sealant so nothing can get into this cave, because um I'm going to just take everyone off the earth. How about that, instead of drowning them? I don't know. I'm just thinking. Now, God is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. The Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Thinking. So, would he really need to do any of all of that stuff? Like, I don't know if you ever owned anything in your life, but um I've owned, not really owned, but you know what I'm saying. I've like held some positions in my life and just never really ran into those like outrageous things that I would have to do in order to get my point across. So I don't know. It just makes me feel weird. I hope y'all can y'all hear me. The few people that are here. I'm talking in front of the fan. So is the fan loud? Oh no, you don't have to think. Well, no, I guess yeah. A lot of people they don't want to think about it. So I'm just here for the people that want to think about it. Can you still hear me with this fan in the background? I just want to make sure. Anybody say yes or no? I guess that's a yes. That you can't hear me. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I was thinking about. And then, of course, that led me to thinking about, okay, you can hear me. Hey, how are you? What's up? So I would say that I'm doing fine. How are you? Um, I feel like personally that there's more going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if everybody feel the same way that I feel, but it feels like there's more going on than just what we are made to believe. And I don't mean it like alien type stuff, but you know what I'm saying? It's just that something just don't seem right. It doesn't seem right to have so much abundance. Like I feel like when you come into Earth, when you come to the Earth, it have stuff. Like coming here should be like the fact that you die at the end of it means that you need to worship the fact that you're even here. Like it's like when you come here, it should be like, you know what I'm saying, a learning first of all a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? To get to know different cultures, to get to know different people, it should be exploratory. You know what I'm saying? It should be definitely about science and health and how to better one another. Like each individual person. I was looking at certain movies that they have. Like they have it correct in certain little aspects of it. Like whatever you like doing, you should be taught that. Like if you like doing hair or if you like working on machines, like this is stuff that as a child, wherever you're starting to have a growth spark at in mental things or whatever you like doing, that's the where you should be gravitating to. Because when you look at the way books and everything and how school and everything is going, I heard someone say that it's like a waste of time, but I really do believe it's like a kind of a waste of time because people that want to be surgeons and doctors and stuff, um, like those are to me childhood should be the time where you think about seeing is that what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids that want to push themselves will push themselves. And the ones that want to be lazier, you know what I'm saying, will be lazy. And there are lazy jobs. There's a lot of stuff. And people that just don't want to do anything, you know what I'm saying? Those people, that's what therapists are for. You know what I'm saying? The people that grew up that like to talk to kids and try to get them to understand why it is better to be able to do something because you've given this life and we all understand that we're going to die afterwards. We're going to die at the end of this. So the best thing to do is to make life uplifting. You know what I'm saying? Not make it a disaster to live. It's like when I think about different people and different colors and you know what I'm saying, that people come in and I'm thinking like this is outrageous. Like to be honest with you. To me it's outrageous. It is outrageous that the color of your skin makes one person not like another person? The color of your skin. Why one thinks, I don't even care. Africans, the blacks thinking they're better than whites, whites thinking they're better than blacks, and Chinese thinking they're better. It's like, what the hell is going on here? Like, this is madness. It really is madness that we're living in. And we just simply just go day by day and just try our best to just like make it. People living paycheck to paycheck in abundance. I think everybody should get a nice apartment. I think everybody should get a nice apartment. Everybody should have everything that you want. You should be able to get in this life. And I'm not talking about, I know there has to be some kind of barter system, you know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't be this hard. It should not be this hard. And I don't understand why it is this hard. Like what, like, then seeing that how hard it is what makes me think about other stuff and think about other ways and what else is going on, because this is too damn weird. This is so weird, this life. And I'm not going crazy. I'm just being observant, you know what I'm saying, of the facts. And the facts is that we're children, and then as we're kids we want to grow up and be an adult, and then once we grow up and be an adult we make mistakes, and then once we get to the middle part we try to get it right, and then by the time we get it right then we're getting old, and then by the time we're getting old now we're facing death, and by the time you face death you're gone. That don't let you know that something else is going on here. It lets me know something else is going on here. I can't figure it out. Not that I'm really even trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I do enjoy life. Like, I enjoy this place that we're in. My favorite things is scenery. Like, my favorite things are scenery. Like, I love beautiful things. Like, I love this, of course, like the sky and the stars and like the palm trees. That's why I came down to Florida to live, because everybody was retiring. Like, when they retired, they would go down to Florida when they retire. And I was like, I don't want to wait till I get old to see palm trees and to see Florida life. Why not just live there and I'll be in a vacation destination and just living? So I could die at any point and still be happy that I saw it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the alive part of me would be happy that I saw it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. That's what I was pondering on today. And I was like, I hadn't made a video in so long. And somebody told me that I should let people hear me say stuff like this, because I would honestly want to hear it. I want to hear it. It'll be scary to hear, but you know what I'm saying? It's so much craziness on the internet, so I can add my craziness in it too. And for the few that do listen, will be hearing it. But let me see, I've been on here 24 minutes. Okay, I'm only going to do 30 minutes. If I'm not going to go longer than 30 minutes. Let me see. So, I think of a place so far away where people are laughing every day. There is no hurt and no abuse, and this is my vow for me to you. So, I said that, me personally, I don't think that I want to have anybody, I don't think I want any kids in this life. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel, and I feel doubly bad about it. Like, I feel good and a bad way about it. So it's like, I didn't want to have any kids because I didn't want to offer my kids death. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I'm going to bring children into the world so they can not be beautiful for the rest of their life,
You know what I'm saying? Like they get to grow up as a child, become a teen, and become adult, and be fine, and then slowly just get ugly, and then shrivel up and then die. Why would I offer my child that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I have some kids in eternity. And then I thought about that too. And I said, if you have kids in eternity, then what if, then I think I said something like this in the last video, I don't know. But what if coming down here, the kids that's up there come down here? You know what I'm saying? So you have kids that still, no matter what, has to experience this, because imagine if you have a kid in eternity, they wouldn't know what a bad place is, because everything in eternity is quote unquote, we'll say, a sense of perfectness, because I'm thinking that it would have to be. So if there was a being that was created that only saw perfectness, and you wouldn't want that place to be imperfect, and you were God, then what would you do? Wouldn't you give them a place to where they can learn? You know what I'm saying? Or if what if it takes, what if in order to create a soul, it takes a portion of negativity and a portion of positivity to make the soul. But in making the soul an individual, it it has to be molded. So like planet Earth could be like a place where souls are molded. You know what I'm saying? And molding could mean, you know what I'm saying, being put into, if you could call it like a what do you call that when you're trying to see cells and they put the little piece, they put a drop of blood on the dish, and then they put another clear plate over it, and then they look at it in a microscope. So what if when we come here, where it's like basically putting us in a microscope? Because you notice, as you see me here, I can feel the back of my head, right? But I can't see the back of my head. Like I can't see around there. Like, so all of my memory, my thoughts, the things that I think about, thinking about problems and stuff is all inside here. But when you think about it, it feels wide. Like it feels like when you try to search for a memory, it looked like the data bank could stretch here to New York. You know what I'm saying? Or even further, right? So you can almost think of it like how the screen is, right? So with the screen like this, on the other side of this picture that I'm in, see, I'm in a picture, you see my background, you see me. Now, if this was a still shot and you flip this all the way over, all the information that you're thinking and saying is there. So now the creator could take out the negative pieces. You know what I'm saying? Take out, because he can now see everything. Because when you think about it in life, we can rewind, play, fast forward with a video camera, right? So after this is over, you can rewind this, and then you can see what I said. You can see me turn around, da 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 da. So where's our record and rewind at in life? You know what I'm saying? Like when I wave my hand, where did that go? It is gone. But to me, I think that maybe it is being recorded. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we do is being recorded, and it's laid out somewhere. You know what I'm saying? To where it can be seen. And then the things that you want to change about yourself could actually be changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's making you depressed all the time? Okay, that's what makes her depressed. Or that's what makes him depressed. Can be taken out. So that when you do die, I don't believe that we're going to shrivel, you know what I'm saying, over there. Because this is just a space that we're in really quick, and then we go out of it. And then, because it doesn't make sense, it makes sense to me to grow up from a child. We're reaching 30. Okay, I'm about to stop in about 1 minute. But it seems to me like you grew up as a child, and right when you're at the most beautiful state that you ever could be in, then you get to stay. You understand? That you're not meant to frail away. That's a disorder. Like, that doesn't make sense, to grow and be so beautiful and then tire and wither away. So that's food for thought. Love everybody, and I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So um, listen over it, open your mind, and that's it. I'm not a person that I don't hate. I love God, and I'm saying my God is okay. There you go. That's how I end this. My God, my God is connected on the other side. So it's like, who does Celebrity Seaborn believe in? I believe in whatever got me here. I believe in that space in my head that is connected to the other side. So I live my life according to that. Like, I live my life according to that. Who I pray to, when I say God, that's who I'm praying to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm praying that I'm doing things right and doing things better, and get the game or get the program, get it right. And each day that you wake up and you just try to do something better, and you just keep trying and trying and trying and trying. I think that's what it is. You got to keep trying. And hopefully, as you keep trying, you know what I'm saying, it changes. I don't know. I don't have the answers. That's why it says ponder this and pondering that. Because I'm pondering. And I don't think nobody has the true answer. You know what I'm saying? I like listening to these videos just like I like listening to other videos. You know what I'm saying? So this is just another video out there to be listened to and to have been heard. And shout outs to I like to say, could I say the all? I could say the all. The all? I mean, because that's like a thing, but I don't know. What would you call it? I say shout outs to love, life. Very interesting. Oh, God bless our president. The president's job is a hard job to do. That is not an easy job, to take care of whining people all over. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not politically, I listen, I go in there and listen, you know what I'm saying? But I do believe whoever is in office, you know what I'm saying, you send prayers up. When Obama was in office, I sent prayers up to him, for him. You know what I'm saying? My hopes and wishes that he be able to pursue the things that he want to pursue. We have oh boy, what's his name? Trump in office. Send prayers up for Trump. That ain't no easy job. That man is a businessman. You know what I'm saying? And he's running his business and trying. You know what I'm saying? That's not no easy job. He got everything coming at him. You know what I'm saying? So just like Obama had everything, and just like each president before, you know what I'm saying, running this made up nation that we in, coming from where we came from. You know what I'm saying? Give him a chance just like we gave everybody else a chance. You know what I'm saying? And it's a dirty game. So stop acting like anybody gonna do one better. What you need to do actually is get to work. Get your own self together. That's gonna run itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been running itself. I don't think I haven't, I guess until it starts having true effect down here and we get our own self together. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the president but can't get our own self together. We can't come together as a community, but we talking about the president. You can't get your family together, but you talk about the president and how he should be running shit. Get your shit together. When your shit get together, then maybe you can talk about somebody else. But he living his life out loud and trying and stepped up to that motherfucking plate. You know what I'm saying? And trying to do it. So I'm saying that I'm just sending prayers, sending love to whoever get in office way, because that ain't no job for the faint-hearted. So I wish everyone blessings, everyone respect, and everyone love, because just living alone is hard. Just being here, dealing with life itself, noticing that you came from nowhere and just came right up in this motherfucker and just started living and started just doing. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't positioned yourself to become president, you know what I'm saying, to have a really downing on him, you know what I'm saying, it shouldn't be. What you should do is send prayers that nigga way. Because that job is hard. He dealing with every motherfucking thing that's going on in this bitch. So that's how, and I'm sorry to curse, but it's the only way that I can speak from the heart at a level to where like realness can really understand. You know what I'm saying? So, and I can speak without cursing too, but I just was feeling myself within that moment because that's how I needed to hear it. I would have needed to hear it like that in order to be like, you know what? Instead of downing this man, I'm gonna just send some prayers. You know what I'm saying? That job's hard. You know what I'm saying? Quit acting like that illegal stuff ain't going on. There's illegal stuff going on in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop acting like that. Stop acting like we make drugs in the hood. We know where the damn drugs come from. So if you know where that, stop acting like you give a damn what's going on in that damn, what's going on over there. For real. I mean, you should care, but I think that if we took care of ourselves first and then worked outward, you know what I'm saying, then we could formulate a better path. But we can't just work on ourselves and then jump to somebody else's shit. You know what I'm saying? No. We got to get this together. When we start really policing our own communities, you know what I'm saying? Like, getting our own damn self together, helping each other out, formulating something. You know what I'm saying? I don't have all of the answers, but I do know that something has to start from within first. And once you change within, then you can change outer. And that goes for parents that have kids, understanding and loving their kids, fathers, if you have children, you know what I'm saying, and they're ugly, does not mean that they're going to be ugly forever. They're going to grow up and look good. You know what I'm saying? And even if they do grow up, you created it. So you need to take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you were the ugly child. You would want love too. You know what I'm saying? Step up to the plate. Ownership. You know what I'm saying? Put the best in. You know what I'm saying? If I have an ugly child, if I ever did, if I had an ugly child, they had the best of everything on. Be a pretty ass ugly motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You cannot. And that's, I mean, and true too, I hear some guys say it's because they don't get along with the baby mother too, but like, fathers. It's the fathers, yo. It's the fathers. It is all about the fathers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I do understand about how life is. Like, I do understand how the system is working. But do you know that if y'all, damn, but it's, the problem is so huge. But it's like, then I think about church. And I think about all this technology that is being put forth. Like, everything is to get you to not focus and pay attention. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get it together. You know what I'm saying? But it's making it a complete mess. Because the more messier and messier it gets, you know what I'm saying, the more that it's starting to spread out. But we need to come back together. You know what I'm saying? And look out for one another. And as we look out for one another, then we can slowly change. You know what I'm saying? So, took that to 40 on accident. Did not mean that. So, see y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease, weaves, man weaves, quick weaves, natural hair, the big chop. Yeah, that. Peace. Okay, where this button at? Are you sure you want to